very gradual. It's a very subtle way. Shaytaan promised Allah, فَبِعِزَّتِكَ لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. By your majesty. Every time I read this, and I say, Subhanallah, who is this Shaytaan standing in front of him, Subhanah? And he's making oath by his majesty out of anger and jealousy. Wait and see what I'm going to do to them. Wait and see. And Allah said it. You go. In many places in the Quran, you go. And whomsoever will follow you, فَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ مَوْعِدَكُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. You're all going to be in Jannah. One of the verses about Shaytaan, and there is no discussion here. It's actually in Surah An-Nisa. And this applies to us so much, subhanallah, these days, especially these days. Because what is, in Allah يغفر ويشرك به ويغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء. Allah will forgive every sin related to us, except shirk, the real shirk. Somebody worship something other than Allah. Okay? وَمَنْ يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا بَعِيدًا. Whomsoever associate with Allah have been gone completely astray. Now, come to the sins and how Shaytaan works. يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ إِلَّا إِنَاثًا وَيَدْعُونَ إِلَّا شَيْطَانًا مَرِيدًا. They call instead of Allah, meaning worship, depend, loves, you name it. Inatha, that's angels. Now comes وَيَدْعُونَ إِلَّا شَيْطَانًا مَرِيدًا. A cursed Shaytaan. They call him, they befriend him, they listen to him. And then what did he do? لَعَنَهُ اللَّهُ. First. That's why when you say Shaytaan al-Rajim, the cursed devil, you're not saying anything, not outside the deen. That's what Allah said. لَعَنَهُ اللَّهُ. Now see Shaytaan what said to him. Are you all ready? وَقَالَ لَأَتَّخِذَنَّ مِنْ عِبَادِكَ نَصِيبًا مَفْرُوضًا. He said to Allah, look how, I don't find a word yet. Every time I read this verse, I am gonna sing to Allah. I am gonna make sure I have a share in every one of your creation. لَأَتَّخِذَنَّ مِنْ عِبَادِكَ. From your servants, every one of them, نَصِيبًا مَفْرُوضًا. I am going to take a share from them. How? How? He's just going to take a share of me and you? Now he said, وَلَأُضِلَّنَّهُمْ. I am going to make them go astray. وَلَآمُرَنَّهُمْ. And I'm going to order them. فَلَيُبَتِّكُنَّ آذَانَ الْأَنْعَامِ. I am going to order them. Whisper. And I'll come to it in a second. And they're going to do what? Change. They will change the ears of the cattle. It's a very common thing they did that time. But look at this day and age. وَلَآمُرَنَّهُمْ فَلَيُغَيِّرُنَّ خَلْقَ اللَّهِ. I'm going to order them and they will change the creation of Allah. I look and you look at yourself in the mirror. I don't like the way I look. Subhanallah. The best of the Creator, who said, I created a human being في أحسن تقويم, in the best way, form and shape. I don't like it. And I go and do this and this and that. He said it. How does he come to you and me? This is how he severed my relationship. It's not like you bring the scissors and you cut the rope. Comes to you. And everyone accordingly. There's a beautiful book to Imam Ibn al-Qayyim. It's called إغاثة اللهفان من مصائد الشيطان. It's how do you save the one who is in desperate need from the whispers of Shaytaan. Each one of us in this room, Shaytaan has his way. What will work on you will not work on me. And what will work on me will not work on you. No way he's going to come to you and say, don't pray Isha, you will go to Jannah. He's not going to say that because you're not going to listen. What are you going to say? Tired. 5-10 minutes. Let me take a nap. And then I'll wake up. I will have more energy. Right? You're laughing because that's what we hear. That's what we hear. Or you are looking through social media, again, because this is the biggest thing these days, right? And something in you says, come on, stop it. Go and pray Isha and go to bed. And you're going to say, only 5 minutes, only 10 minutes, and nothing wrong. I'm just checking the news. This is all him. First is nuriyu, ihwa, ghawiyyun mubin. He's going to lure you to do the thing. Now, as you are, and this is all of us, inside our hearts, and that's a hadith of Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, we have two forces. We have lammatul malak wa lammatul shaytaan. We have a force comes from the angel side in me. All of us love to do good. All of us are happy when we do good. Nobody is different. Even the worst person, they know when they kill someone, they deep down, they know they did something wrong. So all of us, here we go. So the first one will tell you, don't do it, don't look, or do it, or get up, or don't say it, hold your tongue, don't respond. All this, that's the malak, the angelic heart in me and you is speaking. Now he comes. وَلَمَّةُ الشَّيْطَانِ. That's a hadith of Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. He's going to come. And now it depends. If it is me, the way he will talk to me, don't be too hard on yourself. You just prayed Isha, no need for a sunnah, or you prayed, no need for, sleep and wake up and do your tahajjud. For somebody else would come in a different way. And the biggest, the most successful, and please correct me, word, Shaytaan, whisper in our ears, Inna Allaha ghafurur rahim. Keep telling you and me, Allah is all forgiving, Allah is all merciful. Is He? Is He? I want to hear it. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward you. I'm so impressed. How old is she sitting in this lecture? Tabarakallah. Right? May Allah protect you, Ya Rabbi Ameen. Now when He comes and tell you Allah is Ghafur Rahim, what will happen to me? I'm going to get relaxed. Allah is Ghafur Rahim. Come on, it's okay, don't make it too hard. Allah Ghafur Rahim. If you have this second side strong, you're going to hear the following. And what you will do with Allah Shadeed al-Iqab. What are you going to do? Allah also has severe punishment. Both. ما يقال لك إلا وقد قيل للرسل من قبلك. We are not telling you but what we have told the prophets before you. Allah said this in Surah Ash-Shura. إن ربك لذو مغفرة وذو عذاب شديد. Your Lord is all forgiving, and your Lord also has severe punishment. This one is عذاب أليم, severe punishment. And in another place, Allah said, فَالرَّعِدْ وَأَنَّ رَبَّكَ لَذُو مَغْفِرَةٍ لِلنَّاسِ عَلَى ظُلْمِهِمْ وَذُو عِقَابٍ شَدِيدٍ. Allah has all forgiveness for people in spite of their transgression, but also He has severe punishment. So the first reason I and you succumb, fall, disobey Allah is because Shaytaan is operating day and night, 24/7, he and his soldiers. Shayateen al-insi wal-jinn, Allah said it in Surah Al-An'am in the Kahf. Sometimes we operate for Shaytaan. When you look at somebody, especially young, and you say, don't do this, you're too young, enjoy life. You're acting like a small Shaytaan. When you tell a girl 13, 14, don't wear your hijab yet, you're too young. What does too young mean? That you're operating as an emissary for Shaytaan. So the first this is why when Shaytaan wins, of course my relationship with Allah, what will happen to it? It will be weaker and weaker and weaker. This force inside my heart become weak. Let me ask you a question. Ramadan less than 2 months. Everybody in this room fast if they can? The answer is yes, I'm sure. Almost everybody does Taraweeh, whether it is in the masjid, whether it's in the house. I'm sure everybody does. 2 rak'at, 4, 8, 12, that's not the question. Right? Everybody give charity in Ramadan. True or false? That's why we all do fundraising in Ramadan. Right? Yes, because people are very generous and they compete in generosity. Why we are different outside Ramadan? We're the same human being, right? Same thing, same name, same family, same job, same. How many people can take the whole month off? Very few. Why I am inside Ramadan? Run. Taraweeh at 10 p.m., I run. And I stand there for an hour or two, especially if I don't understand the Quran. But I'm still standing. Why? Because Shaytaan is chained. That's what Rasul said. You're going to hear this hadith very repeatedly in the next month and two, right? إذا دخل رمضان صفدت الشياطين وفتحت أبواب الجنة. When Shaytaan comes in, when Ramadan comes in, the doors of the heavens are open and the Shaytaan or Shayateen are chained. Don't underestimate the influence of Shaytaan. It's words, it's things we see, it's the company around us, it's the love for the things he make us even more attached to things that is not pleasing to Allah. How do I know? And this is a question for everybody. How do I know that my relationship with Allah is strong? And how do I know my relationship with Allah isn't? Shaytaan has a lot of power on me. How do I know? What is the indication in my daily life? Can anyone answer me? Salah. What does salah mean? You just said salah. Number one. And make it general. Because if you say salah, like what about the woman during her cycle? In general, the scholars will tell in general, when your relationship with Allah is strong, and I just gave you an example of Ramadan, the acts of worship, obedience to Allah in general, not only salah, because this is one of the problems we Muslims now, we have so much narrowed this deen to salah, siyam, and reading Quran, and I'm done. And if I am a woman, I wear hijab and I'm perfect. I'm waiting for my place in Jannah. What about the others? What about the rights of people? What about the rights of people? We come to the masjid in Ramadan and we just broke the fast and we are standing in Taraweeh. I leave, I've hurted everybody, I've hurt everyone in that musalla. And I don't think I've done anything. In general, your relationship with Allah, and put that scale, 10 out of 10. When every act of worship, and I'm going to give you in a second definition of act of worship, is so easy on me and enjoyable. Easy and enjoyable. Doesn't mean it is easy. But because I love it and I enjoy it, I stand up for salah for 30 minutes. I fast and I did not have suhoor and it's a long day. I'm so upset. She said these things to me and I am so angry, but I'm not going to say a word because it's not pleasing to Allah. Not for any other reason. Not because I'm polite. Not because what people will say about me. Because it's not pleasing to Allah. When you connect everything in your daily life with Him, you have this relationship. And now you gauge. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah defined ibadah. And I really want you all to know this. One of the most beautiful definitions. It would summarize everything in my life and yours. Al-ibadah, and I'll say it in Arabic and I will translate. Al-ibadah. كل ما يحب كل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه. Everything. Pay attention to the word everything. يحبه الله ويرضاه. Allah loves and He's pleased with. I'll come and I'll give you examples. Okay, He loves and He is pleased with. From what? Pay attention. من الأقوال والأفعال. Sayings and actions. Wait, it's not done yet. الظاهرة والباطنة. Externally and internally. 6 things. Everything Allah loves and pleased. Words, actions, internal and external. Meaning, translate. When I read and I was like, okay, let's translate so I know what I'm saying. When I'm in my daily life, I know what that means. Okay? Give you an example. So when I was landing, of course the plane was full, and they made an announcement that some people have connections and it is very short connections. Can you please stay in your place if you are in, like your final destination is Houston? Right. So I said, okay. And then I came to my mind, okay, this has to be a good deed. I want my reward with Allah. I need my reward with Allah. So what is this definition?